Actually, he's more of a wannabe John Morrison if you look at the ring.
Yeah. It's just his hair. He reminds me.
Come on, he wear Uggs, man. Come on, a man wearing Uggs. I'm just kidding.
It's not that big of a deal.
Right, that's what I was saying. First off, if you're listen, I'm going to put this out there to everybody listening. If you're a grown man and you wear Uggs, we can't be friends.
Look,
I can't go out with you because you're on a whole another plane that I'll never be on. That's like a grown man wearing glitter. It just shouldn't happen.
And also, I think the guy is awesome. You guys picked my other two, so I had to pick somebody else.
I mean, we pretty much know it's between 2 or 3 guys. I mean, honestly.
But at some point, Hideo Itami is going to be awesome.
But I think he needs some work though for the American audience, and that's why I don't think he'll be one of the next 2 or 3.
I am very happy about the group NXT stars. If you've not seen an NXT program, it is pretty freaking good. It's better than SmackDown, which people don't watch. By the way, SmackDown's moving January 15th to Thursday nights.
That's cool. But one thing you have to remember though, all 3 of the guys that we mentioned were on Raw. They had that debut match with Tyson Kidd being in there. And where do we see Tyson Kidd now? We see him on Raw. And that disgusts me because he was not the star of that match. All 3 of them should be on there before Tyson Kidd. No offense. We all know why he's on there because of Total Divas and all this other crap going on.
Right. This week's poll was the top 5 NXT stars. We had 2 votes for Adrian Neville.
Yeah.
So thank you for voting.
Thanks for voting, people.
You can vote every week at WrestlingAttitude.com or go to Facebook, send us comments there, or tweet us at WWA Show.
All right.
And you can do it that way. Next week's top 5 will be JP's favorite one that we've done, I think. Top 5 wrestling games of all time.
Wrestling games of all time, yeah.
Top 5.
Yes. Are we going all the way back to like Super Nintendo?
We're doing every single game.
We're going back to the NES.
We're going back to the NES.
Do we want to do 10? 5?
Yeah.
Okay. So
we'll do an honorable mention for you.
You don't even know that many wrestling games.
Dude, I played them since the 64. I've got the Bash at the Beach 64 game, man. That's the best one.
Next week, the poll will be up tonight, probably tomorrow. Send us a tweet or let us know your favorite wrestling game of all time. We want to know. And, because the new game just came out 2 weeks ago.
And we will have an exclusive on that next week because one of the people in here actually owns it for the 360.
Well, and the other ones are waiting for the PS version.
Which is the better version.
Which is the better version. And it's version 2.
Yeah, it's version 2.
I'm waiting on those graphics for Sasha Banks.
Hey, those graphics, I'm not going to lie, they're pretty damn good right now.
By the way, yeah. You know, if she's on that game, and I heard they're supposed to be, will be her and Naomi. Oh, yeah, at my house, simulated. We will watch that happen. Pixelated. Yes, we will watch that happen. HD.
Is she going to be the 4th member of the group?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, she's already.
It's gonna be me, you, Bryce, and Sasha Banks.
No, me, you, Naomi, and Sasha. Bryce has no part in this at all.
Sorry, Bryce Marshall. You just got told on that one.
Naomi just
Actually, what I'll do is I'll make us a rival faction, and it'll be like Bryce and Tyson Kidd.
Randy, RVD.
Yeah, RVD.
Sabu.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break.
Rey Mysterio in there.
I can't wait for the game to come out.
I can't either, man.
All right, we'll take a break, come back, and talk about picks from last week. 2 weeks ago. Why are you so excited?
I don't know. Play some music. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
All right, you listen to Wrestling with Attitude.
NWA.
I'm the face of the company as well.
Well, let me tell you something about JP, Mr. Negative. Favorite movie is Dr. Boolittle. I've got to disagree with everything that everybody else is saying. Let me tell you something.
Look,
you better take that awesome right off my rant music, all right?
If you were not a woman, oops.
I'll tell you something, Michael. He's a fighting champion, greatest champion I've ever seen. My belt buckle's too tight.
She should be on it though, AJ, and I love her so much. She's my favorite. She's my new favorite. She's past Sunny as my favorite. No G, Mr. Minor Interruption over here. The Cleveland Steamers. I want to see what the experts have to say about what I just watched.
You can listen to the face of the WWA every week on Stitcher, Spreaker, and iTunes. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at WWA Show.
And welcome back to Wrestling Attitude. What's wrong with the Chipmunks, man?
I don't know, man. Alvin's gone downhill.
It's the Christmas time of year. I figured we'd do Chipmunks. Come on.
Not you guys, too. Come on. First the TV. Now I got to
deal with
Christmas now. Yeah, it's called Thanksgiving, man.
I know, but Christmas is around the corner.
Oh, wait a minute. That holiday where people get fat? like that's different from any other day of the week?
It isn't for me, but might be for some others.
Mike, what are you saying?
Well, let me tell you something about.
Tell us about what?
I was going to say, what are you going to tell me about?
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Hey, what are you going to tell us, Mike?
The Cleveland Steamers.
Man, the Cleveland Steamers. Oh, goodness.
You don't want to know what that means.
No,
Let's
you
just
don't.
move on.
All right, anyway. Last segment we were talking about, top 5 NXT stars. Next week we'll do top. Yeah, jeez. I'm so glad you're excited about one NXT star.
Right, cha-ching.
He's taking her to the bank. Wink.
Yeah, I see that.
Cash it in.
She will be fighting Charlotte for the Divas title, it looks like. So
yep.
There you go. Or the NXT
I know who
title,
you're going for.
Money.
Next week is the top. Next week is the top 5 video games of all time.
Yeah,
which should be entertaining.
Oh, it is. We're gonna talk about the history of it, where it all started.
Which game should I put as the cover?
Ooh,
for the poll. Dude, I don't know. Bash at the Beach was pretty good.
Bash at the Beach was the best, man.
WCW game was pretty good. But how can you go against the old WrestleMania game?
Which WrestleMania game are we talking about? The first one?
The photo for the list should be Warzone on the 64.
Warzone? All right. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yep.
I never owned that one, but I played it. It was the best.
Save it for next week.
Best one.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week. You see, the other one was the WCW game they had.
World Tour.
Yes.
NWO World Tour.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That one I know.
One of those 2 covers I'll pick to put up. But Warzone's probably it. Anyway, speaking of Warzones, we had...
Speaking of Warzones.
Hell in a Cell 2 weeks ago.
That wasn't a war zone. That was just a little tiny cell.
Dude, it was impressive.
Didn't have blood in it, James. Could have blood.
Jesus. It doesn't need blood to make it a good pay-per-view. I will tell you real fast, the standings, we have co-champions. We have Steven and Mike finished at 7-1 record.
That's right. First ever.
Me and JP finished 5-3. Did you say first ever?
The first ever co-champion.
Yes.
Me.
For 18 days.
Hey, 18 days and counting. Okay.
Enjoy your 18 days again.
So now we're going to get double 18 days. So, I don't know how much that is because I never finished math.
That's 36 days.
All right.
Jesus. Wow. Yeah, as you can tell, some of our hosts on this show is not the smartest ones in the barn.
That's why I'm not the show off or the spell off or the math off. I'm just me.
Mike, what you got to say?
My belt buckle's too tight.
Your belt buckle is too tight. Well, that doesn't help you being smarter.
That's the best line he ever said.
No, I got some other ones. He does some other ones. He's a sound bite machine.
He is.
Anyway, going back to the pay-per-view, they did win picks. Let's go over the matches and what happened. The opening match was Cesaro versus Ziggler, 2 out of 3 falls. I wish we would have known it was 2 out of 3 falls before the pay-per-view. Ziggler wins first fall by a roll up, and then he wins the second one, but with the zigzag. Really, Cesaro can't win one of these two matches?
No.
He can't win one match.
I guess not. I guess they didn't want to do that.
Listen,
they really killed Cesaro. He had a run. And
now, I will say real fast, we all did pick Steven and Mike picked Cesaro. No, me and JP picked Cesaro. You and Mike picked Ziggler because the rule, usually Ziggler is picked by Mike. He loses. He actually won.
And the curse was broken.
Sorry, you're getting ready to talk, JP.
I was just saying Cesaro was put in a really weird place or predicament when they decided to put that world title on Brock Lesnar, and knowing that Paul Heyman was going to go with Brock Lesnar. And you had teamed him with Cesaro. Why you just felt the need that Paul Heyman couldn't manage two guys in the same night, I have no idea. Because you used to see that all the time. He might have a guy in the main event. He might have a guy to open the pay-per-view. Then somewhere in the middle. To me, that's what happened to Cesaro. Is you had to break him away from Paul Heyman so quickly that everybody got used to him being with Heyman, and then it was gone, and you didn't have nothing else for him. I think he was just caught in the crossfires of storylines.
Why do you even separate him from Zeb Coulter if you have him with Paul Heyman for a month or two and then take him away from him? I don't. Where's the managers at again? I mean, Paul Heyman's it.
Yeah.
I mean, and you watch NXT, there's no managers there. Why are we not investing in managers in this company?
I guess managers don't matter anymore.
No, you know what it is? It's budget.
Yeah.
What's the number one budget you can do? You can do away with managers. Because, that's what it's about.
But having one or
cuts.
two managers, I mean, if you had, you mean to tell me all the people that work in the back that were all part of the business at one point. You mean to tell me you can't bring out Arn Anderson as a manager?
Well, no.
You can't bring out any of those guys as managers?
It's too busy seeing Joey Mercury in the Cruiserweight division getting beat up. I mean, that's much better.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, you have all these guys in the back that are officials of WWE. I still don't know what that means. But
agents.
Yeah, but they can be part of the show. They used to do that. Why can't they do that? Why can't we see Michael P.S. Hayes as a manager again? Why can't we see Arn Anderson?
Too old.
I'm getting tired of that, okay? Paul Heyman's getting old. It's a manager. You can be old and be a manager.
I mean, I know a couple of managers on the independent scene that would be pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Don't you dare mention it.
Why not?
Because I said so.
I mean, he manages worst case scenario. Why not?
Oh, that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Who do you think I was going to name? You ain't going to say it.
Starts with the Smugs, ends with the Joey.
Oh, no, I wouldn't going to say that one. No, I mean, there's some good guys. I mean, I understand the budget you probably don't spend on getting a manager out there, though.
Well, I think it's hard to fly these guys around to all these shows and pay their salary when they're not adding that much to the show anymore.
Right.
And that's the issue because back then, if Bobby Heenan had a client, the other wrestler may also have a manager, so you could do something with them on the outside to add to the storyline. You don't have a lot of that anymore.
No.
I mean, and not to mention nowadays, your managers have basically turned into overpaid valets. Look at Lana. I mean, outside of Heyman,
There's no valets, really.
Right. But she's a glorified valet who talks, but she might as well be a valet because you can't have a guy manager attack her with what's going on in the world right now because everybody will cry foul. Even though it's fate, they will cry foul.
Oh, yeah.